Who truly is a masculine man? What does it actually mean? Now, we hear a lot of this in today's society. Still in the office, as you can see. I like filming videos here. There's been a lot of talk about what masculinity is supposed to look like in today's day and age, and it actually comes with a lot of negative connotations. Especially the term misogynist. For some reason, masculinity is negatively correlated in today's day and age with misogyny, with the concept that man thinks he's better than the woman, and man doesn't want equal rights for women, and man doesn't want the rise of feminism and feels like men should be superior and women are inferior. That's the modern connotations of masculinity. That's wrong. That's not what masculinity is supposed to look like. What it's supposed to look like are these factors I'm about to lay out to you. Ultimately, masculinity is about striving in pain to support others. You're supposed to go to war. You're supposed to go to battle. You're supposed to be stressed and have strife from your job and from your business, and go through the pain and the struggle to make your ends meet for the people that you love, for the people in general. True leaders, true masculine leaders are the ones who have to work their ass off, go through the pain, go through the suffering. The Nelson Mandelas of this world spend time in jail, in prison, because they're trying to relieve the suffering of millions of men, millions of people, for his people, for the people that he loves. I worked hard, I tried to free my family because I didn't want them constrained by society. I didn't want my brothers going to jobs. I didn't want my parents struggling. I didn't want my dad just relying on his pension. I wanted them to be free and happy and live in a beautiful home and be stress-free and not have to worry about finances. I wanted to be the one who was worried about finances. I wanted to be the one who had to deal with all that bullshit in regards to tackling people in the business world to make money, building a business, going through the tough pains, trying to be sued by someone, getting my bitcoins hacked, having millions of dollars stolen off me at the same time as having made millions of dollars in the online, starting an online business after I worked for Google. This was about 8 years ago. So I worked hard, and true masculine traits go to show that you're supposed to sacrifice and strive for others and the beautiful people around you that you're trying to save. That's masculinity. It's not, I'm looking down on people and you shouldn't do that. No, I want my mother to be chilling. I want my potential wife and my girlfriends of the past, any women that I love today, not to go through strife and go through difficulty. It's not their job to go through strife and difficulty, okay? It's for them. I want them to have a beautiful life and to have kids and to be able to look after kids and live in a safe, wonderful household where they're protected. That, my friends, is the art of true masculinity. Not all the bullshit that we've been hearing in the news over the past 2 years and the agenda that they've been selling. Maybe they've been selling this agenda because they don't want men to be strong, because they don't want, if you can remember the peasants' revolt back in the day, the revolt of the people, the rebellion over the government, they're trying to take you down. Imagine if 60 million people, 60 million men in the US started rebelling against the government. All hell would break loose. All hell would break loose. So the people in control do not want that to happen. Okay, they do not want men. And maybe that's why the agenda, and I hate to be a conspiracy theorist here. I mean, I do believe in a lot of conspiracy theories, but I hate to be, I like to also think a level of realism, but at the same time, the conspiracy seems to be legit in this case, because you don't want men to be strong. You don't want them to uprise. If you're in control of the world, you're in control of the biggest organizations, you're worried about the direction that people are taking, you want control over the rats. You don't want them rebelling against your leadership. It's greed, it's power, it's what happens. And arguably you could say those are toxic masculine traits right there. Greed, power, a level of leadership whereby, back in the day, they used to go on crusades, they used to kill people in their name, in the name of their tribe. So yes, there can be a level of toxicity to it, but what I'm trying to explain to you is this glory of masculinity given to us as a gift by God is really represented with good in the light, not the darkness, okay? Is represented in the light. We're supposed to help people, which is why I feel like I have a a responsibility to help people, to make these videos, to help men who are struggling. I see comments on my videos that are really painful, and it's not nice to see men who are lonely, who are giving up on life. Fuck that. It's our responsibility, it's my responsibility to get on video and truly put out the goodness of my masculine heart. You know, not ask any girlfriend I've ever had, ask them how I've treated them. I've treated all my girlfriends with absolute respect and beauty, and I bought them what they wanted, and I made sure they felt comfortable, and I made sure they felt loved. And you know, when I was young, I was immature, fine, I might have broken a couple of hearts of girls because I was stupid and I wanted the attention of other women, and I thought, oh, I'm cool, whatever, I can go and get other girls. But ultimately, I treat them all with respect. I never hurt them. I would never touch a woman. And that is true masculinity. A truly masculine man never, ever touches a woman in a negative or assault or a way which would put her in fear. Only through love. Hugs, kisses, sexual physicality, only with love, only with goodness. You must be a dark person if you want to hit a woman, or if you want to kill a woman, or do anything, or even emotionally, or put a woman in emotional pain. Sometimes it's required if you actually want to acquire the woman. Sometimes some level of evoking some emotions, but not emotional pain. You don't want to, if you deliberately want to put a woman in emotional pain so she's hurt, and you want to put her in that level, you are a dark person, man. You got no God in your life. Where is the absence of God? Like, what has happened to this world? Like, why are people so dark and messed up? You're seeing the news and you're seeing only the bad stories. You're only seeing the bad stories. Oh, gunmen, 333 mass shootings in the US. Oh, Gaza. Oh, Ukraine, men going to war, shooting, killing. You're being served the negative outlook of masculinity. You're being served the negative outlook. This is complete bullshit. What we need to do, what some of us men need to do in today's day and age, is bring it back. Bring back the form of masculinity in its best form, through the gift of God, through the word of God himself, to save humanity, to save the men that are struggling. So that's true masculinity, my friends. It's a level of protection, it's caring, it's loving, it's supporting, it's making sure both men and women are protected, and you will go through the strife and you will go through the battle to fight the darkness, to fight evil. There are so many evil people out there. And we need to stand up, some of us men, that represent the light, to fight some of the evil and fight some of the darkness. Because there are some men with a lot of money that are doing some really evil shit in this world. And they're tearing away your happiness, tearing away your money, tearing your family apart, tearing everything apart. And that's my fear. And I don't want you guys to be brainwashed at this thought of, oh, toxic masculinity is bad, masculinity. True masculinity in its good form is absolutely necessary, and has been there since the beginning of time and the dawn of man, and still need to exist to this day. Beautiful women want masculine men. Okay? Families want masculine men to lead the charge. Children want masculine men. Masculine men are extremely important for a healthy society, always has been, always will be. If we now want to feminize the man and make him soft like we have done, where people are going to give up on life, they don't want to hit the gym, they're like, oh, I'd rather not get with girls, and oh, girls are this, girls are that, the incels, whatever we're talking about, then we're going to lose. Then as a society, we're going to lose. Got men paying on OnlyFans, incels. These incels are the ones that are likely to go shoot up schools. They're the ones that are likely to go and cause harm to the rest of society. Whether as a masculine man like me that's got his shit together, that goes to the gym, that makes his money, that looks after his family, that loves his friends, that loves his people, that puts out videos like this for you guys to try and assist you and help you, is not going to be picking up a gun anytime soon and shooting anybody anytime soon, ever. Or going to be harming society directly like that. No damn way. The only time someone like myself could end up in the news and in a difficult situation is in business. You're being sued for something. Once I was ignorant, I started a website. It turned out I copied an online casino names website. They took me to court. They sued me for $100,000. Eventually we settled outside of court for a smaller figure. And, those are the kind of things that would say, oh, you're a criminal, you shouldn't have done that. But I was ignorant. I didn't know. I didn't know, and I ended up doing it, and I got in trouble. And sometimes a real man and a masculine man will stand up and say, I am sorry, I've made a mistake. Would not sit there with his pride and ego and say, I'm never wrong, I'm always right, you should listen to me, woman, you're wrong, everyone wrong, I'm right, everyone's sharp. That's not how it works either, okay? It's also the acceptance of where you're right and where you're wrong, and you're constantly learning because you're only human. So there, I enjoyed that rant, to be completely honest. I could go on for another hour, but I want to keep them a little bit short, these videos. I hope you enjoyed that one. That's the art of true masculinity. Let's bring masculine men back into society. Let's get them out of the darkness. We need them in order for society to be healthy and to move forward. And we need to remove this connotation of toxic masculinity. And yes, we need to remove the toxic males and, either have them in prison or re-educate them to align them to the way that it should be, so that we all can move positively as a human race with love and with peace. See you in the next video.